Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a look using Rare Beauty Cosmetics by Selena Gomez. So I did pick out a few selections from her line to try out. So I'm going to be creating my look today using these products. I'm going to start off with her primer base. It comes in a bottle like this. We're just gonna pump some of that right into my hands, and I'm going to just kind of put that everywhere throughout my face. I think for today's look, I'm gonna do my eyebrows a little bit messier. So I'm gonna use my Got To Be glue, and I'm just gonna use that to kind of make the hairs on my eyebrows stand up and stay that way. Okay, so with the spoolie brush, which this is the same one that I typically use when I do this kind of look to my eyebrows, so it's a little stiff, but that's okay. I just need to get the glue on there and just kind of lift them up like that. I do need to get my eyebrows done, but we can hide them with some concealer in the meantime. I've been dying to try this collection since it came out, and I just didn't have time to go into the store, and I didn't really want to pick my foundation online because I wanted to make sure that I got the right one since I wasn't getting more than one. Typically I will get more than one and it's fine because I can mix it or whichever the case may be. But I just didn't want to wait anymore, so I kind of just went and ordered it through Sephora. They do have the foundation matcher, which is what I used, and I did match it according to my MAC foundation. So hopefully this is a perfect match for me. If not, I am gonna be upset, but I will go in and change it if it isn't the right match for me. All right, so let's get started with the eyebrows. I'm not gonna really fill them in the way that I typically do. I'm just gonna go in and kind of fill in the spots that are a little bolder than others. This is kind of, you know, what I do, and then I'm gonna go in with my concealer and clean it up. I'm gonna go in with my NARS concealer in custard, and I am just gonna go and clean up the brows there because they look a little crazy right now, but I promise once I get them cleaned up, it'll look decent. And just cover that up. This is a good way to hide all of those hairs if you haven't gotten your eyebrows done, ladies. Like myself, you just put some concealer and it's good as new. No one will ever know unless they're all up in your face. So you just want to try to make that as even as possible. Sometimes, you know, what I do is I kind of cross it over to make sure that it's even there. And then I will go up top a little bit. I do want that messy look, like I said, but I do just kind of go up a little bit to clean that up. Like, I want it messy, but I want it sharp, if that makes sense. So I do it on top as well. So we're gonna just buff this out here. Guys, forgive me. I don't know what I'm listening to in the background. I just am trying to play non-copyright music so that my videos don't get flagged. So whatever the options are is what I'm playing right now. Between the music and my essential oils, I think I'm gonna fall asleep. Try to get through the video first before I fall asleep. I couldn't do it. So for today's look, I think I'm going to be using a combination of these two palettes right here from Juvia's Place. I'm going to mostly kind of do like browns and oranges kind of colors today to kind of keep with the fall theme going on. And I was thinking of doing something a little bit creative. I don't know where I'm going to go. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna put a little base on my eyelids. It's just how I am comfortable starting my look, so I always like to put something there. I mean, I am going with darker colors, so I don't know how necessary it is, but it just makes me feel better about having some kind of base on my eyelids. So we're gonna do that. This is my song. All right, so I'm gonna use this color called Zaz, I think, and I'm gonna just kind of pack that on. I'm gonna go in with this color here. I don't know how to say it, so I'll just show it to you, but I'm gonna go in right here with this color first, and I'm gonna get it into my crease here. So I'm gonna start in the middle, just bringing most of the pigment there, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drag that down and then up, like so. So this just kind of gives me like a framework of what I'm working with. So I just like to do that. It's kind of like I outline it first where I'm gonna go with it. So again, I just like to start in the middle, deposit all the color there first. In case you messed up, I guess. And then down. And up. We're gonna do that like that. Same thing on this side. And then on top of that, I'm gonna go darker. I'm gonna use, sorry, the color. I'm gonna use this one right here in the middle. And I'm just gonna bring it right under that. Starting from the outside this time. Yes, okay. anyways, so we're gonna do it just like that. So I'm gonna do the other side before I blend it out. I say, like, the hardest thing about doing looks like this is getting both sides to be exactly the same. So I mean, like I said, I am gonna wipe some off after, and I am gonna cut it with the concealer, so that will help me fix any of the mistakes that I do. Obviously, like, this eye is just easier for me to do and this one isn't. And then also too, like, everyone's eye anatomy is different. Like, this one hangs lower than this side, so it always looks different anyways. But I will do my best to make it as even as I can, and like I said, I will fix it up. So just bear with me, because the process is always scary looking, and then when you get to the end, it's like, okay, that makes sense. So with that brush that I started with, I'm just gonna kind of go in and we're gonna blend that out very gently. And then directly under that, I'm just gonna go a little tiny bit darker. I don't want to go too much, but I do want to kind of give that some dimension, so I'm gonna just do it right under here with just a smaller one of those brushes. I'm using a very flat, thin brush because I don't want it to get too much into the crease there. Like, I just want to ever so gently put that in there. And then with that same small brush that I was using, actually it was this one, same small brush that I was using previously, I'm gonna just use that again to kind of softly blend that out. And you just want to do it very gently. So like when I'm putting the pressure there, I'm not pressing too hard, I'm pressing very lightly, and I'm kind of doing like small circular movements. You don't want to spread it too much. I just want to take a bigger brush and just kind of I'm going to take this kind of orangey color there, and I think I'm going to mix it with this one here just a little bit, and I'm going to put that directly above this. So before I was going under to deepen the brown, and now I'm just going to put this a little bit over to kind of give some dimension with the color there, and I'm just going to do it light-handedly. Directly above. So yes, directly above that there. And then I'm gonna go back in with this, and I'm just gonna blend that there. But sometimes when you do this, you may have to go back in and darken and deepen that brown in there, but you know, it just depends on what you like personally. So it depends how much you want it to pop and all that stuff like that. Just a tiny bit, and I kind of will go back and forth with these two things, doing that for a little bit until I'm satisfied with the way that it looks and I'm satisfied with the blend and all that good stuff. So before I go in with my concealer to cut it, I am going to take a makeup wipe, and I am just gonna kind of clean it up with my fingers first, and then I will go in over that with the concealer. You know, so like if you see this one, I brought it down a little bit more, so I can kind of, you know, cut that off. You just be very careful. you know, and not mess up the line that you have there already. I can't go too crazy with the wipey because, with the makeup wipe, because if I do, I will mess that up and then I'll be very upset and we will just cut the whole look because I won't do it again. So that's how I know. That's how I know where I just have to. I have to leave it alone. I have to let it be there. Don't keep trying to do it. All right, so I am gonna go in with my Pale Louise base to cut that, and I might have to use this mirror again, but I want to see. So I'm using my concealer brush, and I want to say that this one is from, yes, I'm using my concealer brush here. This one is from Prolux. Sorry, I already put the concealer on it, but this is what it looks like. I like to use this for shaping up my eyebrows, or if I'm doing a cut crease. I think this is, you know, it's like, it's just the perfect brush. I feel like it helps glide on the concealer nice and smooth. Like, I always typically will use this brush to do anything like that. I have so many of them. Alright, so I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna start with this side, and I'm just gonna cut this in here. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find a way. I'm gonna find a way to look at it and not. The color starts to come onto that white part. So what I do is I kind of just wipe that brush off a little bit to get that concealer that got mixed in with the eyeshadow, and then I'll go back in to my concealer here and I'll pick up more product, and then I just go back in. I can't do it. I can't do it looking there. I have to hold my eye. Like, I want you guys to see what I'm doing, but it's really hard to kind of cut it and hold your eye. So what I will do is I'll do this side out for you so you can see it. I am not too happy with that, but if I keep touching it, like I said, I'm gonna mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. Oh. We can still fix it. Alright, so I'm going to go in on the other side with my concealer. So again, I'm just going to wipe off that brush to kind of get the brown stuff off of it. And then I will just dip back into my concealer. I think I'm going to use this mirror before. This is stressful. I don't know why I do these looks that stress me out. I don't know. Like, I should just stick with these looks that are simple. Stop stressing myself out. Okay. Stop while we're ahead. Clean this spot off my cheek. Okay. So I'm thinking kind of want to try this neon pigment color from Sasha's Vanity. So we're probably going to try that out. But I did get the Rare Beauty liquid eyeliner. So I'm gonna do that first, I think. No, that's how I look. Alright, we're gonna do that first. See how this liner is. I will let you guys know. Okay. Okay, that goes on pretty easily. I like that. Okay. I feel like when you get a lot of liquid liners, it leaves spots that are not as black, and then you have to go over and try to cover it. This goes on really smooth, and the pigment is great. Yeah, I'm really feeling it. All right, I like this. So far I like the eyeliner. It's pretty good. It goes on really nicely. I'm gonna do the orange pigment on top of that. You know what? I'm gonna put it in here. This is pretty amazing. Yeah, this orange color is fire. Like, I'm really loving it. Alright, so I am gonna go in with a glitter though from Sasha's Vanity, and this glitter is called Pumpkin Eater, and it's like an orange like that. So I'm gonna go in with that in between the cut, and I just put my NYX glitter primer on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna be using that. We're gonna kind of just get it in here. I don't know how much or how little, so I'm just gonna start with the center, and I'm using my silicone brush. It's a glitter applicator, and this is from PX Lux. I'm gonna pick that up there. Let's go back in with some more. Alright, so I'm just gonna get my eyelashes on. I think I'm gonna go in with these L'Oreal Candice eyelashes. It's a little bit fuller, so I think I'm gonna do these today. Here is the moment of truth. We're gonna go in with our Rare Beauty Cosmetic by Selena Gomez. I am going to start off with the foundation. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I did purchase online and I matched it to my MAC foundation, so hopefully this is a good fit for me. If not, I will have to return it and get my shade. In the bottle it does look a little bit darker, so it's kind of scary, but let's see what it looks like once I get it onto my skin. I feel like things always look a little weirder in the bottle. So yeah, so this is how it looks. This is the applicator. I like it. It's kind of like the Tarte one, the Tarte Shape Tape one, which I like because I don't like to you know, the bottles that you have to like, so it's not like the bottles that you have to kind of like pound out on your hand, so I like that. So I think I'm just gonna go in with my beauty sponge. I did not get the brush. I did get the concealer brush, but I did not get the foundation brush. I typically like to put it on with my beauty blender anyway, so I just figured I wouldn't get the brush. Maybe later I'll try on the brush. Try the brush out. I'm not sure. But for now, it's good. Alright, so I don't know. It's weird because my MAC foundation is a perfect color for me. And like, I know that we're transitioning into that, getting out of our summer color to our winter color as the colder weather approaches, but I don't think that I've lost my tan that much, or that I have that much of a tan, I guess I should say. So I don't know, I think it looks a little too warm for me. I knew this was gonna happen because I purchased it online. I knew that I should have just gone in and checked, you know, the colors myself so that I can be able to pick my own color. But I was too impatient and I never had time to go to the store. So this is what happens. To be honest, like when I'm looking in the up close mirror, it's not that bad like it looks in here, but it is darker than my skin. Well, it does go on really nicely with the beauty blender. I'm not sure how it applies with the brush, but it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look drying or anything like that, so I do like the foundation a lot. Alright, so I unfortunately did not get a bronzer, or I don't, do they even have bronzer? I don't know, I was looking and then I was like, well, I could get a darker concealer and use that as a bronzer, but I didn't want to do that, so I'm just going to use something else for my bronzer. I'm going to go in with the KKW in Light stick here, and I'm just going to bronze a little bit, just a little bit with that, because I did get the blush and I want to see how the blush looks. So It just blends out my bronzer. So usually for my blush and highlights and stuff like that, I always use powder. I don't typically use anything liquid. So this is gonna be the first time me trying something like that. So it'll be interesting to see. All right, so for the concealers, I did get 2 of them. I got 30, no, not 32. I got 240W and then I got 320W. Again, I was shopping online, so I couldn't see the colors for myself in person. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in with the 240W. And this is what the applicator looks like. It was cute. It's like in a slant. The packaging for these things, all of them are really cute. Like, I love them. So we're gonna go in with our concealer. So like I said, I did get the concealer brush. It looks like this. We're gonna try it with the brush. As I am talking to you, I do feel my face getting tight, so I feel like the concealer does dry pretty quickly. So we're gonna get this blended out. I'm probably still gonna go in with my beauty blender. So like I said, it's just what you're used to. But I've never found a really good concealer brush, so I wanted to try out this brush and just see how it was. And I like the fact that it's like made to fit into this corner right here, because I feel like even with a beauty blender it's a little bit hard to get into that corner, so I do like that about it. But again, because of the fact that it does blend out pretty quickly, dry out pretty quickly, I am just gonna go in with my beauty blender sponge. So I really do like this brush, but I do feel like next time I will probably blend out with the beauty blender and then go back in with the brush. I think I like that better, because like I said, I did feel like it was kind of getting really dry quickly, so I just wanted to kind of blend it out first and then go back in with that. This brush is so cute. I love this brush. Cute, 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 cute. Okay. And I'm gonna go in with my new favorite, my Kimchi translucent powder. And we are gonna set the under eyes with this. It's my current favorite. And I will just kind of cut this in a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal mascara on the bottom lashes. We'll just touch the top ones. So I'm gonna go in. I just got this mini blush. I'm not really a blush girl, so I was like afraid to try the other ones even though the colors look so pretty. Maybe I will try them later on depending if I can blend this out right. Okay, let's be real. Okay, like I said, I always use powder, so when I see stuff like this I get really scared, but we're gonna try this. We're gonna try it together, okay? All right. These bottles are so cute though. Alright, so I don't know if I should like put it on with this or if I should put it on my finger and put it on. Okay. Let's just like, I don't know. Okay. Look at how little I put because I'm so scared. Alright. We're gonna start with that much because I'm scared. Like, should I blend it out with my finger? Should I use a brush? Alright, let's get a blush brush. Let's get a blush brush. Duh, that will make me feel better if I get a brush. Like, I think. Okay, first of all, I gotta be quicker than that because this thing just dried up on my face. You see that? You see that? Alright. And next time I'll just do one at a time. I don't know. I can't leave this dried up on my face. Alright, I think I blended that time better, but you're still just okay. You know what? I don't think you should apply it with the brush, with the applicator that's on there. I don't know, but the color is really pretty. And I'm sure it's not the product. I'm sure I just don't know what I'm doing. Like, this is what I would do with powder. I don't know. Oh. I mean, the color is really, really pretty. Like, this is definitely a blush color that I would use. I just... yeah, I just don't know. So like in the camera, the color looks really pretty. It's beautiful, but when you go close, can you see that? Like, I didn't... okay. I don't know. Okay. Moving on. Okay. So, I have the highlight here, and it is called... okay, so I have the highlight. It's called Mesmerize. I don't know. Now I'm like... Okay, well now I'm like scared of the highlight because okay. I think I would learn my lesson about using the applicator, but that's pretty. Okay, 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 okay. Oops, oops. Okay, highlight is gorgeous. See what happens. See what happens. All right, Selena. I need some lessons because I don't know how to apply this makeup and I love the colors. I love it. I love the colors. Homegirl just needs some help. Can you help me? I don't know. It looks pretty. It looks gorgeous. So I'm doing something right, okay? That is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I'm just gonna put a little bit of Alright, so this is the lipstick that I got. It's the only one that I got from her, so I'm gonna have to use it. It's called Thankful. I'm gonna go in first with some lip liner. So I'm gonna go in with Do You Boo from Kylie. Alright, so we're gonna go in with this Thankful lipstick, and it's the mini one. It came with the blush, so this was a set together. We're gonna use Yep, I definitely will probably get this color in the bigger one because it's really pretty. So again, this is called Thankful, and these two came together in a kit. They're little minis like that. They're so cute. So cute. So this is the final look right here. I gotta work on my liquid blush game. What could I say? But other than that, I think it came out great. Now that the foundation has gotten to sit for a little bit, I feel like it is looking much better and it is blending better, because at first when I put it on, I was like, whoa. I think I will go though get a shade lighter for, you know, the cooler weather once we start to lose our nice beautiful tans. I think I will do that. But other than that, I really loved everything that I tried today. The liner very pigmented. It went on, it just glided on. There was no trouble with filling in the line with like having blotchy spots. It just is true in its color. It was glided perfectly. The foundation I love. And let's go back to the primer. Let's not forget that I used the primer in the beginning. I don't know if it was the primer or what, but I feel like everything just kind of like clung to my skin very well. Nice. It's not dry looking. It looks flawless, I think, in my opinion. Everything was pretty easy to use except for that blush. Don't judge me, okay? Everything was really easy to use. The packaging is super cute. I adore the packaging that she chose. The packaging is just so cute. Even the minis are really cute. The brush was really good as well. I do like this. I like the fact that it fits well in here. It is the perfect concealer brush. She really knocked it out the park with this concealer brush. Like, I feel like if you're looking for a concealer brush, you should go try this one on. Try this one out. Again, like I said, I probably would just blend out with my beauty sponge first because I felt like the concealer was getting dry quickly. So I blended out with that, but then like to get into these tough spots with this concealer brush is just perfection. Like under it, it's I love this brush. I love it. Kind of makes me want to try the foundation brush now and see, because it was similar. Like this one, just a little bit bigger. Well, a lot bigger. So maybe one day I will try that out. Not sure yet. But yeah, so that is it for today's video. Let me know if you guys have tried the products before. I'm gonna set my face really quickly with this mist spray. Feels so good. It smells good. I like that. Okay, that mist spray was no joke. Just spit all over me. Gotta try it. Okay, so yeah, let me know if you guys tried it before, what you think about it. Like I said, I really do love it. I'm glad that I tried it, and I can't wait to try more things. I'm gonna probably go back and see what else she has in the collection. It was my first time trying it, and I just didn't want to get everything right, you know, at first. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video.